Detectives?
Phelps and Galloway, homicide.
So we arrive on the scene after talking to the coroner. We're going to investigate the body. I want to twist her neck so that we can...
There appears to be a dry cleaning label. Superior Laundry Services, F1363. Find anything interesting?
The next clue is marked on the ground.
No drag marks.
Footprints.
Killer was moving around, surveying the scene.
Final clue is marked with the tire marks.
Our driver and our killer are most likely one and the same.
So now we're going to head over towards the game well. So before we can use the game well, it brings us to Catherine Barton, who has some information to give us. We're going to ask her about the suspicious person that she saw, and she's going to tell us the truth. So once we conclude our questioning and use the game well to update our points of interest, we're going to head to the Superior Laundry Services. So we come to the laundromat. We're going to get into the ledger, and we're looking for Tarleton.
Mrs. T. Tarleton, 43 Emerald Street, Westlake.
So we come out of the laundry store, and we're going to head to the 43 Emerald Street. So we arrive at the Tarleton house.
Want to hear something funny, Tarleton? Some bumps think filling out a missing persons report actually rules him out as a suspect.
There's a number of matchbooks around. We just need to check one.
And check if she was a regular. If you'd excuse me, ladies.
Check in the back. Muddy boots.
We can see if Pinker can match the impression to the crime scene.
Wet jacket.
Lars was out in the rain last night.
So I want to check the purse.
So she went out without her handbag? At least she was spared that particular indignity. She'd have to be in quite a state to leave this behind.
Outside to the boat, investigate the rope.
Looks like a match with the ligature marks.
Now we're going to head back inside, conduct our interview.
For the record, Mr. Tarleton, what is your wife's name?
Teresa.
So we have 4 questions we're going to ask Lars, and the first question is possible suspects, and he's going to lie to us. The next 2 questions about the alibi and then the state of mind, we will doubt him. And the final question, he's going to lie to us again, and that's about the last contact with the victim. The evidence we're going to use regarding the possible suspects, we're going to use the bow rope.
Can I comfort my daughters now?
And then the final lie about the contact will use the wet jacket or the muddy boots. So, possible suspects will use the bow rope after accusing of him lying. Alibi will be doubt. Victim state of mind will be doubt. Last contact with victim will be accusing him of lying with the wet jacket or muddy boots. So we finish our interview and we use the telephone, and now we are headed to Barron's Bar. So we've come to the bar. We can started our interview. We've been given the clue on the cab. We'll continue our interview. We asked him about the last contact with victim, and he told us the truth. Now we are going to ask him about the vagrant male suspect, and then we're going to ask him about the yellow cab. He's going to tell us the truth about the cab, and we are going to doubt him on the vagrant male suspect. So it's truth on the first question, doubt on the second, and truth again on the third question. So after chasing down Bates and shooting out his tires, we ask him 2 questions, but we're going to doubt his answers on both of those. Alright, so we conclude our interview with Richard Bates, and our only location available is the hobo camp. And the game well is also available, but we are not going to call in, and we are not going to set a location. I repeat, we are not going to use the game well, and we are not going to set a location. We are going to take the wheel, and we are going to free drive. Alright, so once we chase down the taxi driver, we're going to use the game well. And after we use the game well, it will give us a new location of the Central Police Station. Alright, so we arrive at the police station and we conduct our interview with James Jessup. We've asked him about the contact with victim, and we've doubted his answer, and we are going to doubt all of his answers. There's 4 questions, all 4 answers are doubt. We've now concluded our interview with Jessup, and we have 2 locations that we could go to. We can go to the bus depot or the hobo camp. Again, we do not want to go to the hobo camp till the very end. So we want to go to the bus depot.
I'll need to run the loop.
So once we get our bus map, we're going to track down the bus. The best way to do that is to just turn around from the opposite direction that you're parked and do a 180 and then go down the bus route that way. And then once we have talked to the bus driver, we are going to our final location, which is the hobo camp. We can finally go to the hobo camp.
Keep him down, Phelps.
If you want...
So after a brief cinematic and a fight scene, we're going to enter the shack. There's going to be a newspaper, and you can check my newspaper cinematic video for all the newspaper cinematics. And we're going to investigate the bloody rope. Make sure to manipulate it to get the clue.
Match the mark under Teresa Terrelson's chin.
And the next clue is the small purse. Again, you'll need to manipulate the clue to activate
Ackerman
it.
doesn't look like much of a dancer.
So now we set our final location for the Central Police Station. So we arrive at the Central Police Station and we begin our interview with Stuart Ackerman. We're going to ask him about the motive for murder, the contact with victim, and the alibi. And he's going to lie to us about his motive and lie to us about his alibi. Contact with victim, we will doubt him. But as far as the evidence goes, we have the bloodstained rope piece for evidence. That we will present the bloodstained rope piece as
What are you
evidence for
staring
his
at,
motive
boy?
for murder. And we will present the purse as evidence for his alibi. So again, the two pieces of evidence are the purse and the bloodstained rope piece. We'll use the purse for his alibi, and we'll use the bloodstained rope piece for the motive for murder question. And we will doubt the contact with victim question.
Stuart Ackerman, I am charging you with the murder of Teresa Terrellson.